Okay, Nora, think about it. One day you're a political prisoner held at Guantanamo Bay. The next, you're basking on the beaches of Bermuda.
That's what happened for 4 Chinese Uyghur or Uyghur, they think they call them Muslims this week. The New York Times' Eric Ekholm got the scoop and the photos. The former suspected enemy combatants swimming it up in style.
And Eric joins us now from the New York Times headquarters in New York. Eric, we should also mention you're the former Beijing bureau chief to the Times. Beijing, of course, issued a strong reaction to the detainees' release. Now, just give our viewers a little update on how it's going for these men after being held so many years and all of a sudden finding themselves on the beach in Bermuda.
Well, just at a personal level, I think they were first in a state of shock, and then it began to dawn on them that they were in a pretty nice place. And, for example, they went swimming in the ocean for the first time in their lives. They'd heard it and seen it from Guantanamo, but it was kind of this mysterious, distant thing. And they went swimming in the ocean, and one of them told me that was the happiest day of my life. But they're being greeted at a personal level very well by the Bermudians. I walked around with them for half a day and ate with them in a restaurant, and people would come up and shake their hands and wish them well. But at a
Eric,
political...
how did you communicate with them?
Through a translator. There's a Uyghur woman lives in Washington, and her attorneys had arranged for her to be with them. But they know a little bit of English, and they'll have to learn a lot more in a hurry. They're hoping to work there. But politically, though, it's become, it caused a real firestorm because the Bermudian premier had negotiated this in secret with the United States, and it was a surprise to everyone, really. Suddenly they were whisked there during the night, and one morning they were there.
Well, Eric, I mean, I just think about, of course, I mean, you know it, it's called the NIMBY problem here in the United States, not in my backyard. We don't want people from Guantanamo in our backyards. That's why you see almost nobody in the House or Senate saying that they support the president's plan to bring some of these released detainees from Guantanamo to America. How is it there in Bermuda? I mean, aren't they saying we don't want terrorists on our soil, near our families, near our children, etc.?
Well, there are some people saying that. I think the main protests have to do with the way this was done, without any preparation. And the premier says, I think quite rightly, that if they did advertise this in advance, there would have been such a kind of NIMBY reaction they couldn't have done it. The fact is, these 4 guys and many of the other Uyghurs still in Guantanamo, who are expected to go to Palau in coming weeks, if all things work out there, were found years ago to be not enemy combatants. They had been, young men left China opposed to the Chinese government's control over their ethnic group, and they got caught up in events by accident almost, swept up after 9/11. They were in Afghanistan with a Uyghur group, but had no military training to speak of, and they were never anti-American themselves.
Well, it's fascinating. It's fascinating, Eric. Certainly great to end up in Bermuda, but I got to think it's going to be extremely difficult to find a place to live, find a job, build a new life in a completely unfamiliar place. Great story. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.